Hello all. In continuation to series of what's new in Business Central 2023 release wave 2, let's talk about one pretty good change which helps developers and consultants to kind of get ready with the preview versions. So this is a small enhancement from a release perspective and you might have ignored it. But with this release, Microsoft allowed us to get the AL language extension in the preview versions on Visual Studio Code. Now, first, let's understand what this is. So, before this release, whenever a preview version was released for Business Central, you were able to test out your extensions by using the CI/CD pipelines and creating a preview environment and trying to deploy your older extensions that you have created. Other than partners, normal partners, people or the partners who were registered for the Ready to Go program, there's a program from Microsoft, they had access to the VSIX file, which is used for your extension development. Now, in the past, if you were trying to develop or test out some code changes that have happened in Business Central 23, it was a little bit complex because you need to be part of the Ready to Go program to kind of get access to the VSIX file. Because the VSIX file, which is a file extension, which allows you to give the extension in a separate format. So if you have access to the VSIX file, you can always go here and then choose this option install from VSIX file. Now what this option gives you, that if you have the file for the extension, you can install it here. So before this release, what used to happen, that this extension, which everybody have, the AL language extension, was always released after the general availability of the product, which in this case will happen next month. But going forward, starting this release, if you have automatically set up your extension to be upgraded, these extensions will also get upgraded and to a pre-release version. And the differentiation for that would be that when you look at this icon, you will see this small icon here, which depicts that it's a pre-release version of the Visual Studio Code, as you can see in the detail here on this section also, the pre-release version. What this means that once this gets updated automatically on your VS Code, you'll be able to do development against the latest build, which is still in preview. So that gives you options, and that's the reason why you are seeing a lot of bloggers like me and others who are doing great job in Business Central for Business Central community are showing you code samples of different enhancement in the code. So just because of this, as of today, you or me or any other Business Central developer can try out the code changes that are available in the latest release and test them out in the preview version. Now, what if you don't want it? Because the only change that it brings to the whole equation is that when you try to create a new extension, and let's try to doing that, if I do a Control Shift P and do a AL go, and I choose my folder, you will see now you can see the target platform, which is also available at this moment. Mine got updated recently, I guess, even for 2024 release wave 1, which is targeting a platform of 13.0. So if you are someone who don't pay attention to this property and you just hit enter and enter, and you don't want to get into trouble, if you are someone like that, I'm not like that, let's be very clear, then you also have an option to switch to a release version. Now, which means that it'll kind of disable this extension and enable which is generally available at that point. So if you're someone who would like to stick to anything that is publicly generally available and don't want to play around with the preview or the beta versions of the product, then you can go ahead and change this to switch to release version. And as soon as you change it, the extension management will uninstall the version and will install you the release version. That way, you will be using the stable version, if you want to call it. So it's up to your need what you want. And anytime you switch between pre-release version and the release version, you also have to click on this button to reload your extension management. And now you'll notice that this extension is right now what is generally released. But as I said earlier, I'm someone who would like to test out things on preview. So I'll just click that button and now it changed to the pre-release version at this moment. So people who are developers and who always thought that I should wait for general release or general availability of the product before I can start doing development and testing out things in Business Central, you now can do that by just switching your extension to a pre-release version. Now, let me know what you think about this feature. Let me know if my description was confusing. So whatever you think about it, just add it into the comment to this video. If you like the content, hit the like button. And you know the drill. If you think other people should know it, then share this video on your social media. And if you haven't, please do subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you sooner than later with the next update on what's new in 2023 release wave 2. Have a nice day.